Also, as you may or may not have noticed, today I'm filming in front of a different background, and the reason is because the sun is shining in from a window so brightly that I couldn't film where I usually film, so I had to move a bit around. I hope you don't mind. At least now I get to look at my horrible shelf. It is so cluttered. I need to get a new one. But money. And also I don't really have space. Anyway, so today I wanted to talk to you about my most anticipated fall book releases. There are a lot of new books coming out in the next few months, and I just wanted to give you a quick rundown of the ones that I'm most excited for. The first book on this list is Young Elites by Marie Lu. I actually didn't really enjoy her Legend series all that much. I only read Legend because I just felt like it wasn't a special enough book, and it just didn't feel like it was outstanding enough to me personally. But I thought the synopsis of this book sounds so really cool that I need to check it out. This story is set in a world where there was some kind of a disease that spread around and killed a whole bunch of people. Only a few of them survived, and some of the survivors ended up actually developing powers, and they're now called the Young Elites. The Young Elites form their own little group because they are actually hunted by society because they believe them to be evil and like they will destroy the world or something like that. And this book follows Adelina, who is also part of this Young Elites sect or mini society that they have formed, and when they discover her, they also find that she has powers that are different from those of the other empowered people. This just sounds like such a good premise and like such a good starting point to write an amazing series with. It just seems like it has a lot of potential, and I'm really excited to see Marie Lu take this on, and maybe I will actually start to enjoy this book more than I did Legend. The Young Elites will be released on the 7th of October, so in just over a month, and just, oh my god, I'm gonna buy it as soon as it hits the shelves. The next book I am super excited for is The Retribution of Mara Daya by Michelle Hodkin. Oh my god, I have only read The Unbecoming of Mara Daya so far because I wanted to hold off on reading The Evolution until the final book was out because I hate that gap between two books. It is the most painful time period ever, and I didn't want to deal with it, so I'm gonna buy The Evolution and then Retribution and then just marathon the whole series through again because I honestly don't remember much from The Unbecoming, so I might as well reread it, and I'm so excited for that. Oh my god. I think I read The Unbecoming like a year or two ago, and I just enjoyed it so much, and I cannot wait to get back into the series and see it come to its conclusion. The Retribution of Mara Daya will be released on the 4th of November, so that's 2 more months to go, but I really cannot wait. Book number 3 on my list is called Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rash. This book is about the Kingdom of Winter that has been conquered and its citizens enslaved like 16 years ago. The only hope of this kingdom are the few people who managed to escape, and they've been, I think, hiding away and just waiting in the wings to get their chance to get the kingdom back. This book follows Mira, who has been training as a warrior to fight against those who took over the kingdom, and when someone discovers a locket that can supposedly restore the magic that has been taken from the kingdom and its citizens when they were enslaved, she goes on an adventure to find it and to finally help and do something in the pursuit of everybody to reconquer their kingdom. It sounds like an awesome hero story with hopefully a badass female heroine, and those are, as you know, my absolute favorite kinds of stories, and I also love this kind of medieval fantasy setting with magic thrown in there. It just sounds super cool, and oh my god, do I want this book now. This book actually comes out on the 14th of October, so just over a week before my birthday, so it might just sneakily make its way to number 1 of my birthday bookish wishlist. The next book I cannot wait to get my hands on is Black Ice by Becca Fitzpatrick. This book follows Brit, who goes on a backpacking trip into the mountains with her ex-boyfriend Calvin, and during a blizzard the two get separated, and she finds shelter in a cabin where she is kidnapped, I think, by 2 mysterious men, and in exchange for her life she promises them to guide them safely off the mountain, and she's just trying to buy some time until her ex-boyfriend can find her. Things get even more tangled when Brit discovers evidence that there have been murders up there in the mountains, and she's worried that by, following these trails she might actually become the next victim of this killer. This just sounds like a super cool, potentially creepy book with definitely a love story thrown in there, maybe even a love triangle, who knows, but the love story is certain, with her boyfriend or ex-boyfriend being up there. Like, that's not a coincidence. Becca Fitzpatrick also wrote the Hush Hush series, which at the time I read it, which was like years and years ago, I really enjoyed it. Now I'm not that much into Fallen Angels anymore, but at the time I thought it was fantastic. So I'm excited to maybe read something from an entirely different genre by her. And I cannot wait to read Black Ice. It sounds super cool. Like, seriously, super cool. Black Ice comes out on the 7th of October. Moving on to potentially a bit more adult storylines, the next book I really want to read is Exquisite Captive by Heather Demetrius. This book also happens to come out on the 7th of October, and it follows a genie called Nalia who has been captured from her home planet, I believe, and stuffed into a bottle and sold to people on Earth, because there has been like a genie trade going on between her planet and Earth, because obviously people want their wishes granted. Like, I would love to have a genie. Not even kidding. She desperately wants to escape her cruel master, but to do so, she must enlist the help of Rafe, who was the leader of the revolution on her home planet, where a lot of people and all of her family, I believe, were killed, and so he's obviously her enemy, but now she needs his help to escape. Rafe promises her to get her back to their home planet, but only in exchange for an unbearably high price. I have no idea what it is. It doesn't say in the synopsis, but it definitely doesn't sound good. But what does sound good is the synopsis of this book. Honestly, I think genies are going to be the new zombies. Was that the last thing that was cool? I don't know. But they're gonna be super in. I saw a couple of books that mentioned genies, and it's so cool. Like, who doesn't like genies? I love genies. Oh my god, Aladdin flashback. But I'm excited to see this whole thing play out. Again, I love genies, and I really want to read this book. And the final book, I'm like, oh my god, gimme about is Talon by Julie Kagawa. I have never read a book by Julie Kagawa, despite the fact that she's written like 5 billion books, but Talon is going to be my first, and I have high hopes and expectations for it. Because first of all, it's about dragons, so that's always a plus. This book is set in a world where dragons exist. Yes, I'm so on board with that, but unfortunately they have been hunted to near extinction by the Order of St. George, which is like a dragon slaying group of people. Now they've been hiding in human form and secretly, multiplying their numbers and just creating more dragons because they want to take over the world and get rid of these annoying humans that killed them all those years ago. The book follows Dante and Ember, who are brother and sister, and they've been trained to infiltrate society. Also, we get the character of Garrett, who is a soldier with the Order of St. George, and obviously his only mission is to kill dragons. But then he meets Ember, and he realizes that she's human-like as well, and she has feelings, and she's kind and not a monster, and obviously, they don't specifically say that, but they fall in love. Okay, they fall in love. It's gonna be so cool. It's gonna be dragons and battles and awesome killing orders that we're gonna hate, and hopefully a fantastic love story, and I'm just so excited. My hands are flailing everywhere. Can you tell? This is my excited dance. Also maybe the undead dance, but I can't do that properly, so let's stick with excited. Talon comes out on the 28th of October, so that's way too long away. Who can wait until the 28th? I want my awesome dragons now. Anyway, so that's it for my most anticipated fall releases of 2014. Let me know in the comments down below which of these books you're going to jump to get your hands on as soon as it comes out, and if you've heard any good or bad things about these, and which one you think I will enjoy the most, because I don't know myself. Anyway, I will see you guys soon. Have a lovely day. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you soon. Bye! No, not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. Hard like heroic, more than you can handle. So let's do it like a druid. I'm a general. Gonna get that hard like you. What am I doing? That's a very good question.